I'm already past half my life. So when you think about that, it gives you a new perspective. That's why you should live life to the fullest.
14-year-old Jonathan Pitre was born with epidermolysis bullosa, or EB, a rare genetic disease that has caused 95% of his body to blister.
Well, the day-to-day challenges of EB is everything, really. To eating, to walking, to getting dressed. This condition is very rare. My skin in general, the wounds have gotten bigger, deeper, and now they're chronic wounds, which means that they never leave.
Jonathan is likely to live to just 25, but he's determined to make the most of the time he has left, including increasing awareness of his condition through EB organisation Deborah.
Jonathan's always been very articulate and being very good at explaining his disease. His doctor had invited him to be part of the panel. Jonathan had time to mingle with other kids that had EB, and that was the very first time that he had ever seen another person that had his disease. And from that point on, it completely changed his life. He wanted to become an ambassador, and he wanted to be able to help other people that had EB and just spread the word.
It means a lot to me. It means that I can make a difference and help people.
Jonathan's sister, Noemi, is proud of him.
I absolutely adore him. Honestly, I couldn't imagine for a better brother. I find him very, very, very inspiring. I can't imagine anybody else being able to bring so much awareness at his age.
The condition was picked up by doctors when Jonathan was only a baby. Jonathan
was starting to have little blisters on his hands. We didn't know what was causing it, and by the time we got to CHEO, he stopped breathing because he had blisters all of his in esophagus. They did a skin biopsy in which came back saying that Jonathan had EB, which is epidermolysis bullosa. Jonathan was in the hospital for over a month. This was a curveball that I was not expecting, but I mean, this was my life and he was my baby, and I was gonna do whatever it took to be able to care for him.
Jonathan now has to undergo a strict regime, which includes medications, bath soaks, and bandage wraps.
The bath is horrendous. It takes a very long, 3.5 hours, approximately, sometimes 4, sometimes 3, depends. The pain has gotten dramatically worse.
He soaks in the bathtub with salt, pool salt, and Javex. Javex being a disinfectant in the pool salt. Once he were done removing all of his dressings, he soaks in the tub for a few minutes just to have a bit of soaking time. We get him out of the tub, we walk to the room, and it's doing the dressings over again. So we start from the feet up, so that eventually once I have covered his bottom, he can actually sit down, because it's very hard for him to stand for a long time.
And EB has also taken a toll on Jonathan's personal life.
It's very hard to make friends with people just because of the everyday routine. And if I didn't have, I wouldn't have time, I would never be able to, hang out with them.
It's not like after school he can just go to his friends. He's got to come home and we have to do bath. And the day that we don't do bath, he has to do homework.
It's always something that bothers me, because, how is that fair? Everyone else can just go around, play, just not a care in the world.
In fact, Jonathan's closest ally is his mum.
My mother is everything to me. She's the one who helps me get dressed, who helps me walk. She's very, positive. She supports me when I need it. I believe I chose my mom because I knew that she would be able to take care of me.
Sorry. He tries to imagine what a day without pain would be. I can't even picture myself in being that amount of pain every day of my life.
Goodness gracious.
But despite the toll of his condition, Jonathan remains positive about his future.
I only have a lifespan, until 25 years old. I'm already past half my life. So when you think about that, it gives you a new perspective. That's why you should live life to the fullest.
Jonathan and I have very deep conversation about things, the possibilities, and everything that can happen. We all die, and some sooner than others. He's kind of accepted it, but at the same time, he's never been much of a quitter. He won't just accept the fact that this is supposed to be his life. He will try, and he will fight to make sure that he surpasses the odds.
Jonathan and his family have planned a trip to see the Northern Lights, something he's always dreamed about. The dancing lights hold a special meaning for Jonathan, as to him, they represent the friends he has met who have lost their fight with EB.
It's got a real nice protective case, so you're going to be able to, I'm sure you're going to see some killer whales and glaciers.
Maybe, yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. to give you those? Okay.
Are they too heavy, buddy? No?
No, they're actually light. I've always wanted to go see them before even, that I made the connection with the Butterfly Children and the Northern Lights. It's just so beautiful to see, and, seeing the lights dance in the sky. That gives me a sense of hope that one day we will be, free of pain. And, I will stop having limitations and I'll be able to do whatever I want. That's why you should not, always, think about what you don't have. Think about what you do have. Think of all the happiness around you. Think about all the love, not all the negative stuff. Think about the positive stuff, and you'll be a very happy